The Night of the Silver Fog, 2001, Dublin, Ireland. It began with a glow, soft, metallic, and entirely out of place, creeping along the River Liffey just past midnight. Most people missed the moment it first appeared, but those who did, they remember it with a clarity that still unnerves them. Because on that cold October night, Dublin witnessed something that felt less like weather and more like a visitor. The first calls came from taxi drivers. They reported a strange sheen drifting low over the pavement, like moonlight turned liquid. Not thick like regular fog. This moved with purpose, as if scanning the streets. One driver swore it shimmered with flecks of silver, as though tiny particles of metal floated inside it. His voice on the dispatch recording trembled. It's not mist, it's shining. Minutes later, the city transformed. The fog swelled, rolling over bridges and alleyways, pouring between buildings with eerie silence. Streetlights stretched into long silver beams. Car headlights dissolved into radiant halos. And the fog itself hummed, yes, hummed, an almost electrical vibration that people felt more than heard, like static building in the air. Some described it as beautiful. Others said it felt like being watched. Inside an apartment overlooking Temple Bar, a woman opened her window to get a better look. She said the fog moved in layers, stacked waves that curled and folded like sheets of metallic silk. When she reached out her hand, the fog retreated a few inches, as if aware of her gesture. She closed the window and refused to look again. Down on O'Connell Street, night shift workers stepped outside expecting an ordinary mist. Instead, they found themselves surrounded by a glow so bright it cast moving shadows, even though nothing had shape. People walked cautiously, afraid to breathe it in. And yet the fog never rose above chest height. It stayed low, hugging the ground, flowing around legs like drifting memory. Then, just as quietly as it had arrived, it began to lift. Witnesses say it didn't fade. It evaporated upward in a smooth, swirling spiral, like smoke being pulled into the sky. In less than a minute, the streets were clear. The humming vanished. The glow was gone. And the temperature, which had dropped sharply during the event, warmed by several degrees. Meteorologists offered no satisfying explanation. There were no metallic particulates found the next day, no unusual readings, no electrical disturbances. For 1 hour, Dublin was wrapped in a silver fog that behaved like nothing natural, and then it left without a trace. But those who walked the streets that night still talk about the feeling, the quiet awareness, the subtle hum, the sense that the fog wasn't just passing through, it was observing. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe to help the channel grow.